Ministries. This is Tracy. I want to thank you so much for watching the videos, for subscribing, for commenting, and for joining my Patreon channel. You guys, you rock. Oh, you're awesome. Hey, let me ask you a question. Kind of ponder it for a moment. You may not need to because you've thought of this before. You might have asked yourself, how do I know what it is that God's called me to, or what it is that He wants me to do? You know, like my purpose in life, you know, purpose-driven life type thing. Well, when you think about that, I want you to listen to this verse, okay? We're going to be in Jeremiah today, chapter 20, verse 9. Again, we're in Jeremiah chapter 20, verse 9. Listen to this. It's so awesome. It reads like this. If I say, I will not make mention of the Lord, or speak any more in His name, in my mind and in my heart, it is as if there were a burning fire shut up in my body and in my bones. And I am weary of enduring and holding it in. I cannot contain it any longer. Let me ask you this question. So what does it mean when Jeremiah says that it's like this burning fire inside of him built up and he can't contain it? It means this. This is what he's talking about. That if he were to say, I'm not going to speak for the Lord anymore. I'm not going to be His prophet. I'm just going to say, Lord, you're on your own. Go find another guy. I'm not it, okay? He's saying if I were to say that to the Lord, it would be like there was this thing inside me, like this fire, this raging to get out, and I can't contain it. You've ever seen a fire gone out of control that you can't contain? That's what Jeremiah is talking about. When God puts something inside of you, it just burns so greatly that you can't contain it. You will burst until you get it out. Burning inside you, it's a drive inside of you, and you cannot ignore it. You cannot push it aside. You know what it means. There's no guessing. You absolutely know what this thing is and what it means. You will know beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is the plan and the purpose that God has for you in your life. You can't ignore it. You can't push it to the side. You are driven to do that thing. Let me give you an example in my life, okay? The Lord has given me a gift of teaching His word, all right? And there are times when He's put a word on me, and it almost feels like I'm going to just explode if I don't give that word, if I don't do that devotion, if I don't teach that lesson, whatever it might be. I've been in Sunday school classes before, and where I wasn't really teaching, I wasn't the teacher, I was the person kind of listening, and they're going around the group, you know, what's your insight? And I didn't want to showboat anybody, so I just kind of kept silent. I was trying to not say anything, but when they got down to the last person, they said, well, I guess we're just not going to know what it means. The Lord would not let me shut up. It was like all of a sudden it just comes spewing out. No, this is what it means. And He just gave me one thing after another, and the people, they look at you like, where did that come from? Oh my goodness, that's from the Lord. They know. People will know. They'll confirm it in your life because they'll know it's from the Lord. And whether with me it's with teaching, with you it might be something else, like singing or creative arts or something, whatever it might be. The Lord can give all sorts of gifts to people, but you won't be able to stop until you go and you do that thing that the Lord has called you to do. This one too. When He calls you to do something, let me tell you this, it'll come rather naturally to you. You'll actually want to do it. You'll be driven to do it. It will feel like second nature to you to do that thing. Realize this too. God will place that desire within you, and He'll build upon that desire as it keeps on mounting and mounting in your life like a fire, okay? If you start off with a small fire and then you add more firewood to it or coals to it, and you know how the fire starts coming up more and more, and it becomes a raging fire. That's what happens in your life too. As the Lord puts those desires, He mounts that desire upon you, where it becomes that raging fire in you, where you know, this is the thing the Lord wants me to do. See, when God's revealing His purpose for you in your life, there's no longer a question there, okay? You may not know the specifics of all of it, but you know the purpose. You know what he's asking you to do because he's giving you that drive, that burning inside of you to do that thing. Now let me throw this one in there too, okay? Now realize this, all right? It may not just be the purpose that he's driving you towards, but there might be a thing he's asking you to do, and he'll place that same drive within you to go and do that thing, and you're just going to burst if you don't do that thing or fulfill that purpose and that calling that he's got on your life. See, when you finally understand this principle, okay, that it's not you trying to figure it out and just grasping at every little thing, that it's God placing that upon you, giving you that desire, that it lifts this weight off of you, this huge burden from you. It's like someone just took a ton of bricks and took them off of you, and you're like, oh, I feel so free. It is awesome. See, the Lord will place it there at the right timing. When he's ready for you to know it, when he's ready for you to do it, he'll pull it upon you. He'll give you that burning, that fire within your heart, within your soul. You will know that that is from God. Guys, in the meantime, rest in him. Rest in the Lord Jesus, okay? Obey the Lord Jesus and enjoy him. So guys, I really hope this has helped you out in some way, okay? Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. This has been Tracy from Esther 414 Ministries.